Yes, we are.
All right.
Episode 16, Dear Love and Lust Podcast.
Yes.
Are you finished or are you done? With your host, me, Jumaine, Maine Event Brown, and Shavina, Bklyn, Shay, Richardson.
Woohoo! All right. Toast up to you. It's always a pleasure to be in the building with you. Wonderful.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much again. I haven't done this in a little while, so tell the people a little bit about who you are, what this is all about, and let's turn this up.
I'm Jumaine, Maine Event Brown. I'm born and raised in Albany, New York, 518 area code. I represent Cap City. I'm here with a Bklyn native.
Okay.
I appreciate her because she supports everything I do: photography, DJing, my events, my promotionals. She salutes me as a single father, single dad.
Absolutely.
To my 13-year-old daughter. Her birthday coming up in a couple weeks.
You got any thoughts?
And I daylight as a teacher assistant in the school district.
Okay.
Been dealing with some knuckleheads this week, but part of the territory.
Speak to me. So, y'all may see my hands go up and down, and there's some missing nails. Okay. I had the ability. Well, let me get into myself real quick. So I'm Bklyn Shay. Yes. Okay. We here at the H.E.R headquarters. I'm the founder of H.E.R. I'm also the vice president of United Sisters of New York. All of it is basically in regards to women empowerment, community building, and my craft, my love is poetry, spoken word, and performance. So at some point in this lifetime, I'm going to be the next Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. So let me tell y'all that y'all heard it here first, okay? So I like to create. Okay? And mom, single mom, divorced, happily. Maine is too.
Yes, I am divorced.
But we
happily,
right? So, but we are two people who truly just have been through some shit. And we are here. This is for entertainment purposes only. We are not experts.
Not experts at all.
So don't take it too seriously. Here to have a good time and just enjoy and vibe. And people send in questions anonymously. And Maine comes up with some amazing names for people in their questions and stuff like that. And I love it. So he was like, chime in. But he does such a good job at it. I feel like I'll be, just anticipating everything that's happening. So there we go. So when people do send me stuff, I send it to them. So anyway, but we are here. Number 16. That's a good number.
Episode 16.
That's a good number. Are you finished or are you done?
And as she said, Dear Love and Lust shares perspectives from both a man, me, and a woman, she, in response to submitted anonymous questions regarding love, sex, and relationship. There will also be a few topics discussed as well.
Absolutely.
You ready to get right into it?
Ready. Okay.
Question 1.
No, don't sneeze in the middle of this, but
it's fine. We'll edit it.
We're used to it. Okay.
What are the qualifications to label someone as the one that got away? Mr. One that got away. She ain't had no ones that got away. She might have happily pushed them away.
I was dead. Listen, they pushed themselves away. I can't even call that. They pushed themselves away. We were talking about that, the ladies and I, because it's real. It's like on both parts, male and female, partner and partner, whatever. You have people that come into your life for a reason and a season. Mm-hmm. And initially, the representative is there. Mm-hmm. And after the representative comes the real person. Mm-hmm. And you may have been more vested in that situation than them. And once you learn that early on, normally it's better than later. Mm-hmm. You make the adult decision whether or not if you can continue to cohabitate with the bullshit. So
that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah. So I would say, what qualifications or what labels someone as the one that got away, when you know in your heart that you let your ego get in the way of truly giving that person the best version of yourself. That would be my thought process.
That is a good way of putting it.
Yeah, because it's touchy, you know what I'm saying? Because each individual is different. So it's like, how can you define that? You only define it by what you know in your heart, you know what I'm saying, to be true. And sometimes you don't find that out until the person leaves, because they leave. There's a void there, you know? So when that void is there and you can't get that person out of your mind, I would say the repetitive thoughts, the dreams, the consistent smells, or where you go somewhere and it consistently reminds you of the person and you just can't get that person off your mind, I would say that means that it was more than what you thought it was, you know?
Right.
So that's my thought process.
All right. I have a couple definitions of the one that got away. Let's
go for it.
First one is from the male perspective, saying that the woman got away, is the one you don't actually appreciate until they're gone. And it's not necessarily always that you did some dirt or something happened. You just weren't ready for the level that they were on, and you didn't acknowledge it in a way that made it possible for that woman to want to stay and stick around, for you to figure it out. Then, unfortunately, when you did figure it out, she's gone. Done moved on. Somebody done scooped her up and grabbed her away. You know, rarely does it happen, but sometimes, that new situation ends up being, a little problematic, but you want to try and get it. But you can't get in because you had your chance and she ain't going backwards. So that's one definition. Another one is, another male perspective. You meet somebody out somewhere doing whatever. Y'all connect. Y'all have long conversation. You were there to enjoy a show, but you just end up enjoying each other's conversation. Didn't even watch the show or didn't even party. End up outside, just vibing. Then you never see that person again.
Right. Okay. So that's the interaction. Yeah, I got you.
That could go also on the same side for women as well.
Yeah, it can, definitely.
I would also say, from a female perspective, the guy that was giving you a lot of attention, giving you all kinds of chivalrous things, and you didn't acknowledge or pay attention to him.
Appreciate it, yeah.
And you ended up dealing with a guy that's not the best, and then you see him eventually happily married and are in a nice situation, and he's doing the things that you would want your man to do.
I have heard that from people. Yeah.
And you're kind of like stuck, and it's like, damn, I should have gave him a chance.
Yeah. That has happened. I would say with people when they're not ready. Like after my divorce initially, I told you when I was like really hurt and stuff like that, I was dating mad people and I was just like out here doing me. I was like, I'm not getting myself locked down or tied down to nobody.
She was slanging.
Right. So there was one particular guy. He didn't have a car or anything like that, but that didn't matter. He was like really nice, humble, decent, and it was his career that kind of freaked me out, that I was just like, you do what?
Was it legal?
It was legal. He basically, he worked in a science facility and he would test rats and animals and cut them up and all type of shit. So I was like, you're really nice.
Oh, he was Frankenstein. He was Dr. Frankenstein.
I might turn up somewhere. So it was a weird situation, but out of all the people that I've dated up here, he was really the most genuine, humble, and just, very transparent, and was always present. He didn't have no car, but he was always...
He must have been from the city.
Listen, he was. And
he didn't need to need a car.
Right. So he just knew how to maneuver and just things, but I wasn't ready for what he was trying to bring because I was just coming out of a marriage and I was going through my own stuff. So I would say, if nothing else, he would have been the person that I would say was the one that got away. And in regards to a male from a, that type of perspective, because he was genuinely a very good guy. I just wasn't ready for that at all.
I get it.
Yeah,
it happens.
It does.
Even to the best of us.
Yes, I wish him the best.
You want to move your mic closer? Is that why you were touching it?
No, it just was there. Okay. But that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
So I hope that answers your question, sir.
I hope so.
Those are qualifications, in my opinion, and Shay's opinion, of the ones that get away.
Yeah, the ones that get away on that level, just loving and kind, and you know that nobody matches them. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the qualifications that nobody measures up to them ever. I wonder if this is a person that was like the situation I described, where the dude got away. Yeah. And somebody told him that. Yeah. He's trying to figure out what the heck that actually means, because maybe, I mean, it is the guy talking, though, Mr. the one that got away. So maybe he knows somebody that got away. And if it is, I would say, listen, hey, shoot your shot. Go back and revisit it and see if the person is willing to take you back. Hey, if they're single. If they single, you never know. But even sometimes when people are in a relationship, if they really love somebody, you done seen that happen at the altar, okay? They're going. Those people watch too many rom-coms. I don't know, but them people show up there. I ain't never seen that at no altar. I seen somebody jump up and say, "I'm fucking your husband." I was like, "Woo! Is it over?" It didn't even start. Okay. Wow. Does anybody have anything to say? Huh? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Why do you got your hand up? She didn't even raise her hand. Lord of mercy. She just jumped up and was just like, do you know where he was at last night? He was having his... I was like, what? Somebody get that lady. My question is, how did she get... Because they mutual friends. Stop playing. Mutual friends that just let her sneak right on in. And this was obviously before COVID. So, people show up and be mad people in the other question is, like, I don't understand how some men, because it ain't all of them, right, even the ones that do dirt, they don't always do dirt like this. But why would you do dirt with somebody that knows the both of y'all? In my opinion, I believe... I don't think that the wife knew who she was. I think she knew friends of the wife, that type of stuff. Oh, I thought I didn't dive all in. I was not trying to be up in that. But that who did you know anyway? I knew the wife. Oh, so I'm like, young, old, middle, like So they was old enough to know better. Anyway, he was older than her 5 years, I think. Yeah, 5. Yeah. So let's just say the wedding did not happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It did not. That's a waste of money and a lot of food that was wasted. It was anyway. That was sad. We had a divorce party before the marriage even happened. Before it even happened. So interesting situations, though. But any violence? No. Wow. No. In the house of the Lord, they always believers. That's the thing. She got up and said that. Yeah, but she just said they were regardless of the shortcomings or whatever happened, they were believers in the pastor. They respected the house of the Lord. So in that aspect, they did not the girlfriend snatched her up, the one that was in the aisle, and then everybody went to console the wife, of course, and then he's sitting there looking like a dummy, and the pastor took him aside like, y'all need more counseling? I am $100 an hour, but I got you. In the name of Jesus. That's deep. Deep stuff, for real. Dang. Yeah, that's real. Who does that? Like, nah. People who are this is why I think destination weddings got more popular. Right. They like certain people just ain't gonna be able to afford to come. Ain't gonna come. It is what it is. Can't get there. Don't know where it's at unless they got the invite. Yeah, and I'm with that process. Like, go ahead on, go and do your thing on the sidelines. That's crazy. Get out of the way of the peoples. Yes, so that's what that is. So, Mr. the one that got away, as Maine said, we hope that answered your wonderful question, because that was a good question. Thank you kindly, and please, the people, make sure that y'all send y'all anonymous questions to dearloveandlust@gmail.com. Look at that. We did that in harmony. Yes, we did. Bing. You ready to do question 2? I will do question 2. Let's see what we working with. This is from Mrs. Concerned Friend. Why should you finally decide it's time to end the relationship and completely cut ties with a person? How do I get my home girl to realize she's in a toxic situation? I remember we had a similar question to this. It's so sad because it's like you want people to realize that it's bad for them, but they have to see it for themselves. That's the only way they're not going to continuously go back to the situation. And that's unfortunate, but it's human nature. And that those things just happen.
Here's what I've learned. Some people know exactly how toxic their situation is.
Completely. I agree with that.
And they are very happy where they are regardless, because they don't feel comfortable with anybody else but the toxic situation.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And sometimes the person that is publicly appearing to be toxic is not always the most toxic.
Tell me about it.
And the toxic behavior that may be seen publicly is in response to the private toxic behavior of the person that has the friend that's thinking, why don't you just leave them?
That's deep. I mean,
see, everybody is very surface oriented, especially in the age of social media. It's like we respond to what we see and we get emotional and we go, we make decisions based on those emotions. Yeah. But there's a whole set of facts that we haven't even touched yet that only the two people involved.
There you go, key.
Or if there's more than one people involved, know about.
Right. But I would say in this instant, Mrs. Concerned Friend, continue to be a concerned friend as long as he's not physically abusing her. Mental and emotional is worse. So if you seeing that, I would absolutely mirror that up to her and say, what you see, rightfully so, because as a friend, if y'all close like that, she should receive it in good taste. But I would teeter on just kind of staying out of it and just letting her discover for herself what she needs to discover so that she doesn't go back. Because truly, the more you tell someone to stop something, the more they feel compelled to be a part of that life. Okay? So if you just support her and be there for her when she do really need you, when she decides to let it go, if she decides to let it go, one way or another, if you're a really good friend, you're going to support her no matter what. So that's my thought process.
Wise words.
All right.
I think the only time I really think people should feel the need to really intervene in other people's relationships if they see physical abuse and violence occurring between the two, to the point of dangerous, pushing and shoving hand, they ain't really want to hit nobody.
Yeah, someone's a danger to themselves or others.
Unless they're trying to push each other off a balcony or something. No.
Right. That's a different world right there. Okay.
Unfortunately, for some relationships, that's foreplay.
That is true.
Or maybe it is fortune. I don't know.
I don't know.
Some people like to be choked, but that's there's different levels.
There's different levels to it.
There's different levels of choke.
There's different levels. Okay.
I'm gonna shut up.
Thank you. Be quiet. Okay. All right.
Can't mess with Shay today. She got allergies.
I'm a little under the water, but I'm here. Okay. All right. So, do you think that we answered that question? I hope we answered that question.
Yeah, I think we answered it. But it's one of those
being
things.
A supportive person, that's it. And that's who we are as friends, We take the good with the bad, the ugly, and in between, and maybe she's doing the same for you or have done the same for you. So that's why you feel so compelled to really try to get her to realize that. You know what I mean? Would you say that?
Yeah. Yeah,
I would say so, because that's different, very different. Okay,
as long as your intentions are pure, they'll all work out.
Absolutely, all the time.
And your only job is to give awareness to the person that you feel what you feel, and you should always start your sentences with "I feel," because a lot of people speak as if their feelings are factual.
Right. These are my feelings, and I'm not saying that you feel this way. I'm not saying that this is something that you should do. I'm just,
I don't know how accurate it is, but this is how I feel.
This is what I'm seeing. This is what
such
I'm seeing.
And such.
Yeah. That's it. You take it off the other person and put it back on you. So, good stuff. All right.
And if they tell you leave it alone,
leave it alone. Please do.
Unless it's physically
right. I mean,
one of those situations.
Even in that instance, you still got to teeter. Because you're saying no, leave it. Again, just making them want the more. So, all right. Are you doing the next one?
Yeah, this is funny.
Go for it, sir.
So, Miss Permission wants to know, should your significant other have to ask you for sex? I want more information on this because I want to know who's asking. Is it the man asking her and she's saying no, or is it she asking the man and the man saying no?
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. I've been in moments when somebody has told me no. You believe that? Somebody has
wait. Well, say that again, a little bit louder.
I have been in moments where someone has actually told me no because they was tired. You too tired? Okay.
Now, in defense, I mean, say you are all woman, right?
Yes, sir. A whole bunch of thickness over here.
And it requires some effort.
Man, you're funny.
I'm just saying, it requires some effort
yes,
to make sure.
You can't be a lazy lover over here, okay?
You know what I mean? And you know, and you don't do things half-assed. So if you're in that mode and you're ready to go,
I'm ready to go.
He's got to be ready too. And if he knows he's not ready, he ain't gonna have you cussing him out. Cause
I told you I had somebody tell me he was just nervous, and I was just like, "You nervous? What's going on?"
I ain't never been with a woman like you, Shay.
I don't know if that's the truth, but I'm trying to tell you right now, you should never have to ask for sex.
I don't believe your significant other, especially if you're actually married, share a household, being taken care of, or sharing bills or whatever you're doing. However, if you guys are really partners, you should know each other well.
Yes. It's just that moment.
You should know when it's go time. You should know when it's
Yeah. Especially
you should know when
get up,
her time of the month is.
Crawl up behind that person.
I mean, I know some of y'all like to run red lights and all that stuff, but I barely run yellow lights, but
I have a headache. I'm tired. The kids wore me out.
I think sometimes
it
is a chore.
Yeah.
Based on, you know, your daily, like, what's your lifestyle? What do you deal with on a daily basis? You know what I mean? If your day is full of stress and it's draining, and you come home and then you have to take care of kids, you have to take care of household stuff, then you got to take care of your significant other as well.
Right.
You might get to the point of,
really? Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we just do it like last week Sunday or something.
That's how I began to feel about my ex-husband. I was just like, it was like the smell of his breath used to make me sick. I was like, oh, please don't breathe on me. Don't breathe on me. I'm over it.
That might be because of the other activities he may have been engaged in.
I'm sure. Okay, the little fucker. But I was just like, I didn't want no part of it. No part of it. It's just like that song that I was playing, that Cap song, where it's just like, you know, I was a real bitch for a fake nigga and it never added up. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when you recognize that and you've given so much to the person, no, you should never have to ask for sex. It should just happen naturally that you want to bless that person.
It should be a mutual connection.
So, yeah, but when your intuition is telling you something is off, those be the moments where you hold back or you retract or you withdraw and you choose not to give that person all of you. You know what I'm saying? That's even in dating. Like,
so, one of my last long, lengthy relationships, right? Mm-hmm. She gave me a permission slip.
You told me that. I remember that.
To do whatever I needed to do. You know, to climax, get off, go to sleep, whatever. Right. You know, but you know, she's tired and she's not into it. Don't expect anything to happen. Now, there's times perfect, works out for me.
Yeah.
And other times it was just like nah, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's a level of selfishness that's going to be involved in pursuing that matter.
Right.
You know.
So isn't it like somewhat like a turn off though? I mean, I would be turned off if I have to like consistently beg or ask somebody for some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I told a gentleman that I'm dating or whatever, and I was like, you know, I really don't want you to think that I just want you for your body, because I really don't. I was like,
but well, you did.
No, your body, your mouthpiece, whatever. I don't just want you for that. Like I actually genuinely am interested in your. It sound fucked up, but I'm interested in your brain. Okay, and not that one. You know,
brain.
Like, you know, I'm interested in learning more about you and stuff like that. It's not just about sex or anything like that, because we're not even on that level. But I want you to know that that's not, when I say, okay, let's get up, let's link up or whatever, I got time. I'm not looking to just fornicate with you. Okay. It's the furthest thing from my mind. I had posted a picture where it was just like, it's the simplest things. Like some women just want to be fucking held. Like I don't
intimacy is a whole nother level.
It's like I don't need to have sex with you. Like that's not my thing. I'm not moved by that. I'm more moved by touch and intelligence and things like that. I'm not moved by, first of all, what the fuck you got in your pocket. I'm not interested in none of that. It's quality of time, not necessarily the quantity, you know?
Yeah, some folks don't always, it doesn't register.
That. No.
And not even just men. Like, there's women, like, I've had similar situations where it's like, you know, we can go outside of my apartment.
Yeah.
If you want. Like, we can go do stuff.
Right.
And it's like, either they want to be seen in public with me or...
It's crazy. That's crazy.
You know, they're afraid of getting too close, and because there's a friendship developed from something that was probably only supposed to be that. You know, it kind of they get nervous, and I believe based on the people that it was, they get nervous because everybody that they got close with ended up hurting them or ended up being a bad situation.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So if that one aspect is good and that's all they really need from a man,
they don't want to venture out. Well, I'm gonna tell you right the hell now. I done said it 1,000 times, okay? And this will lead into my Shay's topics, okay? I'm sorry. There is the aspect of really dating, and going out, going to museums, going to plays. I mean, plays are opening back up. Going to do things outside
everything's open back up. End of the month, and in New York by July 4th.
Right.
I mean, first.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like you want to get out and you want to do stuff. I mean, as simple as going on walks. As simple as just doing the little stuff that don't necessarily have to do with sex. But should your significant other have to ask? I say fuck no. You shouldn't have to ask. It should just be a natural process that happens between two consenting adults. Period. My thought process.
I don't usually ask.
No. I know I don't.
Not verbally, at least. No. I make hint with actions and gestures.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
I mean, we all do.
I'm not saying specific words.
We all do. But I'm like, I'm sorry. If you sitting here and you too tired or whatever like that, and you don't know the quality of a woman you got, because you tell me no, nigga, you might as well just go ahead on. Because there's about 10 other people right behind you, just like, okay, can I get a shot, Shay? The fuck, okay? And you talking about you tired, you out of your damn mind.
I always feel if I have to ask, I don't want it.
I don't want it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it, and I don't need to ask because it's not about the sex. It's like, okay, plan something, motherfucker. Didn't I tell you that?
Yes,
go into my shit. Go into my shit. Okay, I hope we answered your question, Mrs. Permission. Okay, because this is where we going with this shit. Okay,
Shay's energy has returned and allergies going.
No, it's still there. But I'm so very serious when I say what I'm going to say. All right. So most recently we had a couples paint and sip. Right. Right. Hold tight. So we had a couples paint and sip. Now this couple paint and sip, it was a private, so it was like you can't invite a lot of people because it was basically meant for 6 to 10 people. Okay, so in short, we had a few people who was like, oh my goodness, I double booked and I had to go. I'm doing something else that day that I was committed to. No problem. We know people, a lot of people that are married, so we get it, right? So I said, you know what? Was going to get an extra ticket anyway. So your girl, Bklyn Shay, invites my podcast husband to the goddamn couples thing, right? So this one says yes, he can come. Okay. Now, if y'all been following Dear Love and Lust, okay, I speak often about how a date's supposed to happen, whether you invite the person or not. I know what my expectations are in a date or whatever. So maybe he took it for a fucking joke. I just don't even know. But he was just like, I'm gonna fulfill my podcast husband duties and I'm going to show up because she asked me to come to this damn thing, right? So your brother, Dear Love and Lust host over here, Maine, does not show up with fucking roses or anything, okay? Absolutely not. He shows up with himself. Now, granted, he showed up, so that's the plus. But did he show up? No. And then let me go even further. Oh
my gosh, I'm getting shots fired.
After we paint and sip and we just enjoying it, and I'm hosting at the same time with the host, so I don't necessarily sit down on time, but I still sit down when I finally sit down and I'm engaged and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, we're going to paint, we're going to do what we're going to do, because we got a whole fucking show about Dear Love and Lust. Okay, so this is a great segue. So after we clean up everything is done, the whole 9 yards. What motherfucker is in his phone? Like, I'm not even sitting there, okay? So I said, the fuck? I had got me something to eat. I said, well, maybe he's taking a call. Maybe it's his daughter, something like that. You know, all my girls are in the front of the fucking building. The people who didn't even come because it was a couples thing came after the fact. So they in the front, turning up. And my ass is sitting back here like a good host.
I'm getting climbed
and
right
I
now.
Sit the fuck in the corner. And I'm engaging and trying to talk to this person who I invited to the shit, okay? And this motherfucker was so involved in his phone. He did not look up at all. So I gets the fuck up and I goes to the front of the room and I said, and I'm going to leave his ass right on in there. Because ain't no motherfucking way you done sat here for 15 episodes. This is number 16. And you didn't learn nothing from any of that. There is no way.
You done?
So I'm going to tell y'all, my topic is, okay, when does a date justify fucking attention? That's the question.
Are you done?
I'm motherfucking done.
I'm done. So you done heard her. So now let me explain the reality of what she happened. Because see, perspective.
That's my point of view.
Perspective is different than reality sometimes.
The devil is a liar.
Okay. So it was Friday or Saturday night?
I don't know. Say you was tired, because I want to hear this shit.
Here's it is. I had done finished 100 things that day. She calls me. I did not actually want to leave the house, but because it was Bklyn Shay, and she called and she said, hey, I need you to be my plus one. It's like, all right, I got you. Took a shower, got dressed, shaved, because I wasn't even shaved already. Literally ironed my clothes. I don't like ironing clothes. Like, I try to buy clothes that are like wrinkle free. I walked here. I'm not too far, but it was still a walk. I'm already exhausted from a long. It was Friday, because I remember I was exhausted from work.
You said you was tired.
And I was exhausted from trying to handle a number of different things, including setting up my Passport Saturdays that will be at Roy's Caribbean Sports Bar and Restaurant starting May 15th. And, specifically negotiating and trying to push her requests for her Temple monologues. I keep saying monologues. Her Temple anniversary to occur at a specific spot where Wind Down Wednesdays occurs. So while she see me in the phone, what I was doing was texting the main people that are involved in making the decision to make this happen. And I actually told her, and I asked her like 4 or 5 different questions regarding it to actually answer and respond to these people to try to make this event happen that should be happening May 28th. Then
here we go, because
I had found out that my daughter was on the way to New York City with her mother. So I had to deal with the issues of what's going to happen to you. Got your Chromebook and so forth and this that. Now,
here we go.
I came as a friend. I did not come as a date because I didn't even know it was a couple painting sip until I got here.
The devil is a lie. Do you know what, man? I'm gonna need you to retract that statement, because not only did I send you the goddamn ticket.
Once you sent me the ticket, that's when I realized. But I didn't look. But I didn't look at it.
Whose fault is that?
I didn't look at it until I got here. Whose fault is that
you didn't look at it? Too bad. Let me tell you something. All the excuses in the world is not gonna matter with the fact that you was not present. Okay, you could have handled that after the fact. This is what I'm talking about a date of being present. Did I ask you to come and be my friend? For the process, I said, come and be my podcast husband. This is a couple sipping pink. That's what I said. And there's no reason for me to explain to a grown-ass man that you need to be present, okay? If you see all the ladies is in the front and it's just you and I sitting here in the fucking back.
But did our artwork come out right?
Man, answer.
Did the artwork come out right?
Shay's topic is what? We're going to get to this shit again.
So okay? What's the question? Is it a question, or are you just going to be shooting shots?
I'm not shooting shots. The question of the hour is, if you have a platonic situation with somebody and you actually ask them to come out on a date, are there expectations? That would be the question.
Okay. But let me back up, because I forgot to say one thing. What time did the paint and sip start?
6 o'clock.
What time did you call me?
Technically 7.
What time did you call me?
No, it started at 7. It started at 7 on the dot. 7 sharp.
And what time did
Doors
you call me
open up
about?
at 6. Let me see. I'll tell you what time I fucking text you. Because I save all my damn messages, so you ain't saying nothing but a goddamn word. Morning. Are you free later around 7 p.m.? It was 10:49 a.m. on a Saturday. 10:49 a.m. Okay. Send the picture. And the picture says Paint and Sip Couples Edition. Pop-up shop. That's what it says. I wanted to invite you to this as my podcast husband for a date night. A date night. I say these words. And his response, okay, sounds like a plan. We'll hit you when I get back from Schenectady later on.
You know what that was?
I dare for him to try to backpedal out this shit. So you telling me that you have not read any of this thing? Oh, no, she never told me it was a couples thing. She never said that she actually wanted. She never actually said she wanted a date. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did that sound like that sounded like a fucking date? May answer the question. Did it sound like it was a date?
I apologize.
So what the fuck I'm gonna say? So I've been doing a scientific experiment.
So that's why I've been getting all this heat for this week.
This is what. Listen to me. I've been fucking dissing his ass. Listen to me. I'm like, I've been responding, but I'm like, whatever.
See, I thought you were still, in the process of grieving.
No, but grieving. I did that. I released the energy of my cousin and everybody and stuff, and just in another world. Okay, but don't try to bring that as a process. No, I specifically asked you to do something, specifically said what it was, and you didn't respect the process because you're so accustomed to us being on this level, which is perfectly fine. But I stated what I wanted. And did I receive it? Did I?
No.
I did not. So, is it all about communication?
It is about communication. It's also about being able to pay attention and understand the wants and needs and what is actually being communicated. I was doing many things at the time of response. I would not have responded to the text if it was not you.
Okay. So that's a fucking brownie point?
No.
Because you wasn't present.
It's the accurate.
You wasn't present. He was not present. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. Well, you was probably doing stuff behind the scene, as you said, for me, per se. But in the middle of the process, he was not present. Okay? And what did I do to just acknowledge that he was sitting there? I said to him, I said, did you enjoy yourself? Is everything okay? Everything's good? He ain't put that phone fucking down. Not out. Yeah. Yep. It was great. Everything was good. I enjoyed myself. Yeah, that was good. That was nice. Okay. Wonderful. Motherfucker. Really? And how many episodes? So that's all I'm gonna tell y'all. The shit is out. That's all I'm telling y'all. That Shay showed the fuck up, was dressed to the fucking nine, and he ain't give me a compliment. Nothing.
I did too. Say you look nice.
The fuck when you said it?
I
when
did
you said
too.
It. So you said it in your head?
When we arrived.
When you said it in your head?
When I arrived.
No, what he said was, wow, you always got the girls at attention. That is
that was after the compliment.
Should you had said that? That wasn't appropriate. First off, there's things that I can't help.
And that's not what I said. What I said was, wow, the girls are at attention.
Man, does that make it better? Please,
she actually put them in my face, too. That's the horrible thing that I could not.
They are there, okay? And what I'm saying is that Tammy
lap dance and rubbed her boobs in my face, and
he still ain't do shit. Okay, so this goes exactly. We know you wasn't comfortable.
I'm still recovering from the Me Too era.
I purposefully did it, okay, because I've been doing my scientific hypothesis, okay, and I have my control group, and I've been sitting up here trying to figure out what see how much water I'm sipping? Good job. What does it take for a woman to have an appropriate date? Okay, what if you do this? What if you do that? Let me see whether or not how it's gonna go. If you have a platonic situation, if you really dating somebody and you feeling them, whatever the case may be, let me see what does it take for a woman to actually receive what she deserves. If the men who know her say, yo, you deserve the world, okay, you deserve everything, but you don't ask for nothing. And did the shit happen? No, it did not. It did not. Blatantly. I just want you to own your shit. That's all I want to say. That's it.
I apologize, Shay. But I was not. That was not the frame of mind I was in.
Okay. That's honest.
That's
honest.
I was not on date frame of mind. I was on. My assumption was you had a date or you had somebody and they were playing games and you were just like, forget it. Man, what you doing?
No.
That was my assumption.
Okay, but see, had we had the communication and you talked to me, then you would have known that no, it wasn't. Nobody didn't fall through or anything like that. I know that I was going to purchase because I wanted to make sure that she had the right number of what I said initially, and the people that could not make it as a couple, I wanted to make sure that was filled. So obviously, if I'm running around hosting the shit with her and making sure things right, I was not part of it. She
really put me on blast.
I wasn't part of the equation.
This is Shay. Yes, I love her for that.
Listen, we ain't come to play these games, okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So there we go. So Maine got asked out on a date from Shavina Richardson, aka Bklyn Shay, and Maine was not present for the date. Absolutely not.
And because my mind does not look at it from the dating perspective.
He was coming to accommodate me because just like what he said, he thought something fell through and he was just a fill-in. That's what he thought. So because he felt that he was a fill-in,
I thought I was a seat filler that had fill-in. A cool connection.
He didn't feel the need to be present for the fucking date. Period.
This would probably be a most watched show now.
Maine was not present. And here we go again. Bklyn Shay proves her point. It doesn't matter who, what, where, or how. If a man is not ready for that particular thing, no matter what you got going on, it ain't
so what were you trying? What was your actual point then?
My point was that you could be looking like $1 million fucking bucks and the person still won't pay your ass no mind.
I'm saying it's different when I already am battling the reputation. Like growing up being the photographer that I am,
right.
I've shot a lot of models.
Okay.
I've had a lot of people assume that I have sex with the models that I shoot. And like I said, I would have to be a real OG to get somebody to pay me at least $100 or better to do their photos and then still get to have sex with them.
Okay.
Nah, that's not me.
Tell me exactly. No, that's not you. So tell me where that's going with this stuff. Because I told you what my
once we started this, you already had a few friends that were asking questions and say, "Yeah, well, yeah."
Oh yeah, I mean I know that, but that don't have anything to do. Maine and I are still not together or anything like that. I
get your point, but you have to understand how I moved with that point.
I know you're a gentleman, and I appreciate that. But being a gentleman still means that you are present. Regardless, present. You are still.
Was I there though?
You are still.
Did I do the painting?
Present. Okay, was you present afterwards? We were still on a fucking date. Was you present afterwards? Did I go out there with the girls? I just want you to be honest. Did I go out there with them when they all showed up in the front and they was doing what they was doing? Man, where was I? Sitting where? You
were here. I'm finishing the painting, right?
Nigga, did we not clean up? Laura and I cleaned up around you. We cleaned up around you. You helped pick up the table and you put the table back, right? Okay. And then the table was clear. Everything was. I went and got me some more food. I got me a drink and I sat where, man? Where did I sit? Did I go up front with the rest of the ladies? Right. Now it's pineapples, okay? Now it's pineapples because like, oh shit, no, she actually really did sit. I don't know what the fuck. I digress.
Oh man, I really got put on the spot. I really got blasted.
So what was?
And I'm not even gonna edit this out. I'll take this.
You do not. You take this one.
I'm gonna take this out.
Are you finished? Or are
but
you
that's
done?
why I'm a gentleman and not a good guy, because gentlemen can make mistakes.
Are you finished or are you done?
Are you? She been waiting all month to say that, huh?
Are you finished or are you done? Prove my damn point. Wow. Okay. Good job. That was a great segue. Okay. So now, Maine, was this a good segue?
Now I feel some type of segue. It's not a good segue.
It says Maine and Shay ask each other anything. So ask me anything. Now that you... Cause I sure know. I'm like, the fuck he didn't show up with no goddamn roses. Ain't show up with no.
Where was I getting roses from?
You know what? Stop playing with me.
Where was I getting roses from?
You was able to move them 2 feet to walk here, so that's fine. That's my first time learning that. I don't know, man. You are a man. You're resourceful, very resourceful. You figure out how to get all your DJ equipment to where you need to get it to when you got to do that. When you got to take photos.
Because those are already planned in advance, not the day of.
It was 10 something in the fucking morning. Don't even play yourself. If it was Beyonce, if it was, what's her name? Give me the people you like. He just like, what's the damn book that Steve Harvey said? He just not that into you. Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect segue.
Wow.
He's just not that into you. So this is the reasons that it didn't warrant more than what it was. Period. You invited me. I'm a filler and I'm gonna show the fuck up. That's my job. He showed up. And that's the plus. Maine showed the fuck up. That was a plus. Scientific experiments proving. I mean, so I'm still going.
I was there, but I wasn't there.
He was not present.
I wasn't present.
He wasn't present.
All right. I'll take that out.
All right. Thank you for owning that. I appreciate you. Now, question number 2. See how fast my allergies cleared up? That was good. That helped. That helped them.
Knowing is half the battle. And I did not know what was going on because I wasn't focused and I wasn't given the attention that you may have needed. And again, my bad. I apologize. How you feel?
I feel good.
Damn. So, what else you gotta ask me? Cause
I don't gotta ask you nothing. It's your turn. Yeah, it says you asked me. What would you like to ask me?
I'm still recovering. I got knocked out. I'm in my corner waiting for my cut man to show up.
Oh, man.
See how much water I'm drinking and how fast I'm drinking it?
I see. He wasn't anticipating that curveball.
No.
But it's real, you know what I'm saying? And we joke around a lot. And we have obviously built a great rapport here on Dear Love and Lust. But I promise you, I was coming for the full bang. You feel me? You feel me? I'm like, okay, he done listened, he paid attention. Let me see what man gonna do.
Oh man. It's all right.
It is. It's good.
It's all right.
So you have no questions?
Nah.
Okay. So
what size you are? You already told me. I already
this
got that.
appears to be
I'm done.
the conclusion.
She definitely hit me.
And when you edit this, make sure you put the bombs in there. Boom.
Yeah.
Put all of them in there because we
Box
obviously solidified it like ding 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 ding. We're coming in for the gusto here.
Coming in hot.
We coming in hot. So
what's next?
Here we go. So you did mention some of the stuff that we're attempting to pull off and that we got going on. H.E.R is celebrating 9 years this month. Come the 25th and the 26th, technically, those are our original dates and stuff like that. But we're celebrating on the weekend. So
their 9th anniversary.
Right, the 9th anniversary. Almost there to the 10. And it's a beautiful thing. So it's we're trying to pull something off, and we are on the 28th down at the Wellington. And then the next day, the 29th, we're having a service day here at 123, all right, Sheridan Avenue. And we're doing something that's called a bag full of blessings. So we giving away clothing to the homeless, and along with toiletries and water and all that goody good stuff, mask and everything, just to be a blessing to the community and to continue to perpetuate what H.E.R is about, which is service and giving back. So we will be here, and then we also are going to be having a book signing and reading that same day here at the facility, and we gonna have like light refreshments and everything like that. So come out and support. If you do have clothes, they have to be washed and you have to bag them, so that's hence the reason.
Yeah, don't be donating no dirty clothes.
No dirty
like,
stuff.
What's wrong with y'all?
So we reached out to all the shelters in the community, so they are aware. We got to drop the flyers and stuff off to them so they continue to push it out to a bunch of people. But yeah, that's ultimately what we are going to do. And then that Saturday night, we're just gonna be at the hotel, turning up and chilling, enjoying ourselves. And Friday is definitely gonna be a turn up for sure. That's the 28th, and that's what we got going on with HTM. And feel free to learn about us at HurtableMonologues4L.com. Okay. And what do you have going on in your merch category and everything on your end?
A few things.
So,
May 15th. Myself, DJ Ronnie Bot, we are starting Passport Saturdays at Roy's Restaurant and Sports Bar.
Okay.
Schenectady, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Tickets are on maineventlive.com. They're tickets for reservations. You can buy your food and your drinks there. There'll be a Caribbean menu.
Okay.
Mimosas on deck. We will be doing some bottle service, select bottle service especially for those that got birthdays and stuff coming up.
Okay.
We're gonna have some fun.
Right.
Positive Caribbean vibes. I know a lot of Albany folks feel some type of way about going out to Schenectady, but this ain't no hood party.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? And technically it's not really much of a party because you can dance by your seat. You ain't gonna be dancing with.
They have like oxtails and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's Roy's.
Roy's.
Full Roy's menu.
Really?
Yeah.
So the one that's on Henry Johnson.
No, it's in Schenectady. On State Street.
But what I'm saying,
yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He owns both.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. All right. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
He, you know what I mean? And,
I hope the service is better because the goddamn if it's
it will be
slower than life. Okay, I was like, whoo, okay.
But see, here's the difference. It's different if you're waiting for food and you got musical entertainment going because you're vibing.
Yeah, no, I understand.
The bar will be open.
Right.
You drink while you waiting for your food.
Understandable. I'll see if I can get a date for that. Okay, what is it?
It starts May 15th.
And it ain't going to be Maine.
It's going to be every week.
I think we done established.
Well, it's going to be hard to be me because I'm DJing and photos and working. And
I was working and I was doing stuff too the same night. Why are you trying to make it seem like you don't even multitask? Anyway, shade.
You lucky today, Sunday.
Yes, the blessings. Okay. So, anyway,
yeah, I can see she threw me so off right now.
We'll see.
Like,
We'll see. I'm glad. Look at the pressure. The brother's sitting here. He drinking that water.
It ain't pressure. It's recovery.
Okay.
I got jabbed
no pressure, recovery. Let him.
I got jabbed
recover.
up.
Let him recover. Okay, recover. But no, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. It definitely does. What's going on with your merch? Come on, talk about that.
Actually, I'm taking the store down for a little bit. I'm going to redo it.
Okay.
I actually might just get some physical inventory over here and just sell it. Like the Dear Love and Lust sweatshirts and stuff like that.
And we have what? We have cups. We got glasses.
Yes,
we do. And we only kept 2.
Shay's now. I'm really, really, really feeling bad because Shay be doing a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know, she's a very busy woman, but she always makes time for me. So yes, I am feeling some type of way right now that I got put on blast and didn't meet this Bklyn Shay standard of. Okay. But my mind wasn't there. I wasn't focused.
Your mind
I wasn't paying attention. You wasn't
focused. You wasn't paying attention.
I was doing too much other stuff.
Yep, you was. But I'm just gonna say this, just in case, so we know that I'm not cold and I don't have that type of energy in my body. All right. Okay. So receive what I'm about to say.
I'm listening.
I do appreciate you accepting the invitation. I do appreciate you showing up. Inclusive of walking, now that I know, and I appreciate you being present at least for that, because you did not have to accept the invitation, though it was in the morning, but you didn't have to accept it because you already stated that you had stuff to do. So I received that, and if nothing else, I still think you're a gentleman.
Yeah,
you're just not a good
gentlemen make mistakes too. That's why I prefer to be a gentleman. I'm not a good guys. See, I'll take the jabs on the chin and so forth. Okay, all right. Learning, teachable moment.
Right.
I didn't come through in a way that was expected or hoped for. It's all right.
It's okay.
I acknowledge and we move on.
Right. We acknowledge.
Good guys, they have fits and issues and get depressed when they're not up to standard.
Right. I mean, it happens. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You wasn't.
It's not the end of the world.
You wasn't a felon. So let's just get that shit straight. Okay?
I wasn't what?
You wasn't a felon. So periods. All right?
Copy.
All right. So that was what it was, and I received it. So we absolutely continue to look for you guys to send us those wonderful questions anonymously. They end up being anonymous. When you send it, obviously it's not. Okay? But
I ain't in your business.
We ain't in your business like that at all.
You could always make an anonymous email. We all got more than one email.
Correct. You could do whatever it is that you want to do. Just get the questions in. We appreciate them. This is definitely like some Dear Love and Lust, on this type of level of Dear Abby type style. You know what I mean? So when you put it in that perspective, it kind of gives us a little edge because we like, wow, you know what I'm saying? We don't got the column. We live with this podcast.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good energy, good synergy and stuff like that.
Speaking of live, we are planning a live Facebook version of Dear Love and Lust soon. Mm-hmm. We gotta figure it out. Yes. Especially now that it's getting warmer. And we might actually be able to do an in-person Dear Love and Lust show soon. Absolutely. With audience and people able to comment and ask us questions on the spot.
On the spot. Okay. On the spot. And that would be cool. Cause then
shout out to Nafisha, my boy John Jammins, and her crew and their crew. They got a little spot on Delaware Ave. We might do it there. Called The Factory.
Okay.
They're about to rename it soon. I don't know what they're gonna rename it to, but it's a nice little spot.
It definitely is. It is. Shout out to the peoples. Shout out to everybody that supports all of us and all of our endeavors and stuff like that, collectively and individually. It's a great look, you know. We say we get love from the fam all the time, so appreciate that. But we are Dear Love and Lust. Here we go podcast, and this is episode 16. You know.
Are you finished or are you done?
I'm done. All right. Peace.